If you don't know where you're going, any road will take you there. I bet you've heard that quote before, have you not? And it is so true. If you don't know where you're going, if you don't have a goal, how do you measure your success? Toastmasters has a wonderful path for setting goals and for measuring success. And that's what I'm going to tell you about today. In front of you, with the help of my Vanna Whites, you should find a document that looks like this. This, I hope, you will take and begin to utilize. So if we look at the educational process for Toastmasters, there are two tracks. First, you have the communication track. Then on the other side, you have the leadership track. And they are not mutually exclusive. You can work them both simultaneously. Let's begin with the communication track. For those of you that are members, you all know that we have the Competent Communicator Manual. When those of you are going to join, which I hope you will, Donald, Gordon, and Scott, you've already committed, yay, you will receive a manual. In the Competent Communicator Manual, you will find 10 speeches. You just observed the first speech by Mark, the icebreaker. It's easy, 4 to 6 minutes, maybe not always so easy. It breaks the ice. You are there to give us information about you, and I love icebreaker speeches. The second speech is organize your speech. The third, which you just heard from Sue, is get to the point. Number 4, how to say it. Number 5, your body speaks. That's about gestures, just in case you're wondering. Number 6 is vocal variety. Sorry, singing not permitted necessarily. Number 7, research your topic. Number 8, get comfortable with visual aids. In the corporate world, we have to use visual aids so often, and I've seen some very poor use of visual aids in the corporate world during my tenure there. Number 9, persuade with power, and your last speech in the Competent Communicator Manual is inspire your audience. I hope to be able to inspire you this evening to join, to commit, to set a goal. After you have achieved those 10 speeches, you get a certificate from Toastmasters International. And if you're working in a business, they will even send your boss, the one that said you should join, a letter saying, Donald has finished his Competent Communicator Manual. Then you get to select 2 manuals from the advanced manual list. Now, if you turn your page, you will see, and I have them front and back, there's a whole list of advanced manuals. I'm not going to go through all of them, but you will see that there are quite a few. After having received your Competent Communicator Award, we start to begin to look like the Olympics. You go for the bronze. And when you go for the bronze, that means you have gone through 2 advanced manuals. Any 2 that you choose. Know that if you're in the corporate environment, you're having to give presentations, you can use something you're doing at work. Get extra credit for something you have to do anyway. As long as you have a Toastmaster in the audience to evaluate you, you get credit for that. 10 speeches will get you the bronze. So after having received the bronze, you then are going for the silver. To be eligible for the silver, and that is on the back second page of this first page that I gave you, it starts to change a bit. You have to have gotten the advanced communicator bronze, and then you do 2 more manuals from the advanced manual list. You are asked to do 2 presentations from either the Better Speaker series and or the Successful Club series. And these are easy, folks. These are already put together. We have a manual and we have a DVD that you can use if you want to do a PowerPoint presentation. You don't even have to write it. It makes it easy. So you do 2 of those. Then you've gotten your your silver, and you say, all right, I'm going for the gold. To get the gold, you have to complete 2 more advanced manuals. Here again, choose whichever ones you want. You also have to do a presentation from either the Success or Leadership series or the Success and Communication series, or they have this fabulous program called Youth Leadership. Myra knows all about that one. And additionally, you will have coached a new member through their first 3 speech projects. It's not difficult. And after you've done that, you've got the gold. Now that is the communication track. Let's turn now to the competent leader and the leadership track. Here again, if you are a new member, you receive the Competent Communicator Manual. You also receive a Competent Leadership Manual that looks like this. This is all about doing the roles that you're seeing tonight, such as Toastmaster of the Day, Timer, counter, a speaker, an evaluator. Every time you perform one of those roles, you can get credit. Just to give you a short overview, and in the Competent Leadership Manual there are 10 projects. The first of the 10 projects is about listening. Toastmasters is not just about speaking. It's critical to listen, is it not? Something that I am constantly challenged with because I love to talk. To get credit for that listening project, you have to complete 3 out of 4, such as the counter, speech evaluator, grammarian, or a table topic speaker. Jim, I hope you have brought your manual tonight. You get credit for that if you haven't already, which you probably have. And then it goes into, I'm going to run through this very quickly, critical thinking, giving feedback. That's one of the foundational, important pieces of Toastmasters. We always get feedback from our speeches. That's the only way we can grow and change, is it not? Time management, planning and implementation, organization and delegation, facilitation, motivation, mentoring, and team building. All critical, and all of these skills we can apply back in our workplace, in our families, better communication with the people that are in our lives. So after having received your competent leader, then you go into the advanced leader bronze, and you'll see that on our leadership track here. There are a number of things that are involved there. being a club officer, attending our Toastmaster Leadership Institute, which our officers just did a couple of weeks ago. Here again, conducting 2 more of those programs. So that's the bronze for leadership. Going for the silver, you have to be a district officer. I just have relinquished my area governor hat, which gives me the ability to check that one off. Next, I'm working on the high performance leadership. I won't go into that because all of this will be kind of more of just-in-time training. I'm just giving you a quick overview. And then to be a club sponsor, a mentor, or a club coach. I just finished mentoring a new corporate club with Verizon Upstate. That's another one I get to check off. Once you have gotten the bronze and the silver, and you've gotten the advanced communicator gold, those 2 things together will give you what I consider the gold in Toastmaster, and that is Distinguished Toastmaster. In this club, we have 2, Sharon Reshney and Brian Wolf, who is orbiting around the world somewhere this evening. And that is my goal this year, to go for the goal. I want to persevere, but I want to encourage you to think about, what do you want? We're all at different stages on this progress of learning to be better listeners, better speakers, and better leaders. What do you want from being in Toastmasters? There should be a form in front of you. I'm asking you to commit, think about that. What do you want to persevere to obtain in our next Toastmasters year, which ends June 30th, 2013. As club president, my vision, along with the other officers, is for us to be President's Distinguished again this year. We've done it the last 2 years, through some trying circumstances, I might add. But I think if everybody perseveres, and we all have our eye on the gold eventually, but we have to have a goal to get there. So I invite you, if you will share with me what you want to achieve, and you say, yes, I will persevere for my goal this year. Madam Toastmaster.